So since this is your first interview, so like you will start with your introduction.
Okay. I am Rochelle Menezes, residing in Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra. I have done my schooling from DAV Public School, New Panvel. 3 years of my bachelor's degree at Sapphire College, Mumbai, included a wide range of projects that I have worked on. We worked on advertising and marketing campaigns. We worked on existing issues that brands had, and we also did some research. I have done 2 internships in advertising in Ogilvy and Creative Asia as a client servicer, where I worked on primary research analysis, understanding client briefs, and competition analysis. I have also volunteered at Teach for India, where I taught fifth graders through an online platform in the pandemic. I was preparing them for a scholarship. I was the vice president of my church youth group, through which I led a lot of social activities, such as visiting leprosy homes, visiting families of children going through cancer, um, organizing an annual day for
Okay.
350 tribal
Okay,
children.
It's okay. Sana. So can you tell me the modus operandi of Teach for India?
Teach for India, the basic focus is to educate people in a holistic manner.
So I'm not asking about their objective, the modus operandi, how they operate, how they start
How
their.
they operate. Oh, I am not. So Shaheen Mistry is the founder of Teach for India, who was abroad initially. When she came down to India, she saw a lot of scope with children to do with India and educate them. And there's where she saw an opportunity. So she collected a group of founders and investors who started this platform. Then they started approaching schools to colleges, actually, one of them being my college, where they asked a lot of youngsters after bachelor's to join the fellowship program. That is a 2-year fellowship program. And they asked a lot of, they have this entire process to get in after the application process. And they even have volunteers and interns who help out in the
So
other work.
how do they get money for it? Because they pay teachers also. They also try to create a setup where they can teach
They
students.
have investors from abroad.
So they are the investors or philanthropy based donation.
Uh, I think it's philanthropy. I'm not really very sure though.
Okay. So we were talking about you have done your internship in advertisement or media related things. So what was
Yes,
your graduation subject?
mass media.
Mass media. So why do you
Yes.
want to leave that stream and go for children and family kind of very narrowed down things?
Yes. First of all, sir, for me, it's not that I'm leaving mass media. I am taking mass media along with me, because there are so mass media is not about journalism and advertising. It's much more. It's about selling, marketing. So when I entering a social work course, skills like selling, marketing, communicating are applicable over here also. And my interest was always aligned in doing something for children. So that is why I feel my
Yes.
purpose is met over there along with my mass media skills.
So how does marketing help in children and family related objective? I mean, in what objective you
Um,
use marketing?
there are a lot of issues that children go through these days, like depression, anxiety, toxic stress, other than, of course, our major issues. And there is not much awareness about it. And marketing, we use integrated marketing tools like advertising, personal selling, and many public relations, through which these are mediums through which I can create awareness about these issues and use it to the benefit of the children. In how can they express also, and how can they articulate what they're feeling. The marketing tools can help in this.
So can you describe some of the issues that children faces and across India, and if you can do it categorically. Category,
Okay. So I didn't get you. So categorically as in?
category like family related issues and education
Okay.
related issues that you can categorize in any way.
Okay. So education being number one, we have a lot of problems with educating a lot of children. A lot of children leave schooling after a certain age to just help out in the household finances. Then we have health issues wherein we are suffering to malnourishment, along with child marriages. And these are the main issues. Along with, nowadays children are facing depression, anxiety, toxic stress, bullying that goes on. And lastly, I can categorize it as a media influence that is major amongst children right now. A lot of negative media influences that is leading to a negative behavioral aspect in children.
Okay. So you just told me that children are leaving school and school in very early age because they have to help in their household business or household
Yes.
work or for livelihood. So do you think this is the only reason for children to leave their schools and leave their education?
Lack of encouragement from parents' side also. Plus, they cannot. I won't say financial issue, but then they need help at home. Parents are not interested in educating their children nowadays. With the online situation, parents conveniently are like, we don't have online platforms, so there's no interest that I see from the parents' aspect in children in educating children.
So given a chance, what policy or what are the things that you can suggest government to do? Matlab, let's say government is to do anything to stop the
The
education. So what
main
policy intervention we can create?
the main thing that I look forward to working for is having policies for adult education, because unless we don't educate the parents about the importance of educating them, we can't put that forth in children, because family is the major influence of a child's development. So any policy that I will look forward will be adult education, number one.
It is a nice suggestion. Okay. So tell me, what is the role of not role of family? So how the family environment affects the children,
Okay.
and in what way?
um okay, so as a child, you are taught many things from your family. You actually look up to, even it can be your parents, your elder siblings. So you try to start imitating how they are, right, from their habits and habitual. So if your parents and your family tries to maintain a very healthy and happy atmosphere, it affects the development of the child. The child will be more healthier mentally. But if you pressurize the child, tell the child he's not worth it, that has a very negative impact on the child. So these mental issues later, which are discovered, is all got to do with the grassroots problems that start from the family itself. So family actually has the most first and most vital influence on the child.
Okay. So let's talk about well-to-do families. For them, money or day-to-day expenditure on education or any other thing is not a problem. So what kind of parenting problem you see in those families?
Number one these days that I'm seeing is parents have lack of balance, work balance, and the way they have handled their house. They are so focused on their work that they just hand over phones to their children to just be busy and let them keep be aside or anything. So they are not balancing their house well, is what I am seeing. That's the new issue right now, wherein which balance is very important, because along with your work, your house, your children are your responsibility. And even however modern and urban people are, they are not giving their child to articulate what they're feeling. They're rather pressing their traditional roots over the child and their orthodox thoughts over their child, and that leads to the child being more introvert and has a difficulty in expressing.
Okay. So sir, since you are aware of lot many things and you also have very brilliant ideas to deal and intervene with. So why do you want to come for this course? Why don't you start working for the same reason?
Definitely, sir. But this course is going to inform me about family dynamics, about the already existing background and history of the policies that are there, about how the legal framework works, which actually I don't have at this point. And this course will give me that stepping stone in the professional world.
So what professional aspect do you see in this course?
First of all, the theoretical knowledge. When we focus on interventions, what the history, the background of the existing social works, the vulnerable children, the study over here. Then the skill aspect, which is also given importance to field work that we learn, that is empathizing with children, learning how to deal with different emotional needs, which we get through the field work aspect.
Okay. So coming to the point, in the recent times, we have seen that children are moving more into video games and internet-based games, and they are leaving the extracurricular activities that happened to, matlab, जो sports-based curricular activities,
Yes, sir.
they are leaving that. So, what will be the long-term impact of that?
leading to obesity, sir. And to be honest, I have been one of them. To be leading to obesity, nutrition, lack of, they stop eating food, behavioral issues, video games, guns, use of that, violence. We are actually putting that in children's heads because they play with these guns and all these video games. They are addicted to violence, which they want to use. And then that builds an aggression in children.
Okay, so for all to make them away from this, there is a program, or we can create a program for digital detox.
Yes.
So what feasible option do you see from a government side? They can start a program like digital detox, or in what
I
form?
Yeah, I was, if I had to suggest something, I would be, since it's online, and again, we are again having studies and extracurricular activities which were in school is a missing aspect right now. So the government can actually have programs wherein they are including talent hunts, wherein they ask the children to build something or create something and have that online over and have competitions related to that. So other than they using their phones, they can actually be involved in all these activities.
So tell me, the recent pandemic has forced every children to start their or do their home studies through mobiles or laptop only. And
Yes.
there are many there are lot many other children who doesn't have this basic facility, and to go through the educational activities or assignments or teaching the attending lectures of teachers. So there will be uh, inequity which will be developed later.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how do you suggest, or what strategy you can suggest to government to fill that gap?
Okay. So I have a suggestion coming from Teach for India. So this was the problem that we faced initially, was that children complained we don't have devices. And even if we have devices, our sisters are using it, our brothers are using it, so we can't attend classes. So this was what was done, is such children were provided with tabs. And once the pandemic ends, these tabs were going to be collected and put into the school library so that it can be used by other children also. So in this manner, if a basic electronic device can be provided to one household for the child's education, will make a major impact, along with coming up with one single portal wherein all the syllabus, dividing it into state board, CBSE, we have a full syllabus available for the child to use.
Okay. So uh, uh, yeah, so one more question I would like to ask. I just forgot what was in my mind. Huh. So what do you think about cultural aspect of education, the Hindu religious, all the religious based school and colleges, and what
Yeah.
they teach is more from their religion and
Yeah.
their culture. So this is kind of creating a
Divide.
divide. So for this, what do you suggest? Do you have any opinion for that?
Yes, definitely. When we see a Hindu personified perspective, there are Hindu prayers also recited in school, and in convent schools, there are English prayers recited, Catholic prayers recited, which I have seen. So, this, according to me, is not right. Definitely, worshipping God is a choice, and having a choice is okay, but it should be to one unanimous God and not through any religion. So, a prayer saying that, thank you for whatever I have today, and may every child or every person like me also get a meal, something, some prayers like that is fine, but not having to inculcate gods in the middle, saying Jesus do this for me or Lord Ganesha do this for me, that's somewhere I feel is totally wrong. Like I
No, you are
believe that.
suggesting that school should be independent of the religion, and but when a religious body runs the school, mostly in our case we see either missionary or church
Yeah.
runs the school, or even for Hindus, it's like religious organization runs the school, and even for Muslims we have all the mosques which are running the madrasas also. So basically, with the fundamental structure, this fundamental structure, we cannot make it independent. So we'll
Yes,
have to
yes.
think laterally, or we'll have to think innovatively, because we cannot just suggest that we should not. So,
Uh-huh.
so if we want to create any policy for this, what should be our direction?
Definitely going ahead with prayers is okay as long as the child's development is okay. But rather, I will focus on what prayers are recited over there so that I know what the child is going to listen to and be impacted by. So there's where I am interested in, and my policies would be towards that. That's all I can say in this matter.
ठीक है, I was just asking.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
तो अच्छा था तुम्हारा और जो जो कोर्स की लर्निंग है ना, उसमें हम लोगों ने बहुत सारी चीज डिस्कस की थी व्हाइल डूइंग योर कोर्स। उसको थोड़ा
Yeah.
कि जैसे जैसे दिस कोर्स आल्सो गिव यू अपॉर्चुनिटी टू ब्रिंग समथिंग न्यू टू द टेबल, बिकॉज
Yes.
we haven't actually expertise of all those जो problems है, जो नई problems है, we don't have solution for them. So with this course will be start you can you will learn research skills and policy interventions, the policy based,
Yes.
and with this learning है ना, आप long term के लिए you'll be eligible to tackle new challenges.
Yes.
वो तुम डाल देना बस, बाकी सब बिल्कुल
Okay.
ठीक था। अब
Okay,
तुम
sir.
अपना वो फॉर्म सबमिट कर दो, ठीक है।
Okay.
और बाकी भी मतलब और सारे